Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us. Well, we've got a big high in charge of the country at the moment. The winds are lighter. We don't have as much rain around, but there's a little bit of anti-cyclonic gloom. That's that low cloud that gets trapped underneath it. But here it is, big high, rolling in towards the north of the country, and therefore we've got a bit of a westerly flow coming in elsewhere. That will help lift the temperatures up across Wednesday along the eastern side of both islands, where we might make it into the 20s. But further south, look at this, a little southerly change coming through there, and that will sweep across the country on Thursday, although it won't be very dramatic. There won't be a lot of wind. You'll just notice in some areas, especially in the South Island, the temperature's starting to drop. Now look at the satellite map taken from Wednesday morning. See all this cloud out here at sea. This is why places like Auckland and Hamilton and down towards Taranaki and Manawatu are seeing a fair bit of gloomy old cloud coming through. Meanwhile, eastern areas like Bay of Plenty and certainly all down the eastern side of the North Island and up around Marlborough, it's mostly sunny, but there's a bit of high cloud and other various clouds around the country, so it may not be the sunniest of days for Wednesday and even Thursday. And this is how Thursday looks, with a high to the north and another one to the south. It's what we've all been wanting for a long time, but it's not perfect because, as I just said, there's a fair bit of cloud around and we've got a little line of showers that will be popping up. That's basically that very weak southerly arriving into the North Island with just a few showers. It's running on the outer edges of that high. So the temperatures will drop around the South Island, but it'll still be fairly average for the north. On Friday, well, things start to change a little bit, although it looks worse than it really is. If you look at New Zealand itself, mostly dry in both islands, but there are a few showers around the Bay of Plenty, Waikato area, maybe even up around Great Barrier Island. And then once we get into Saturday itself, again, no real dramatic change. The west coast is cloudier with a few showers, maybe some patchy areas of rain further south towards Fiordland. But most other places are looking dry with light winds on Saturday, and this big low blocked by high pressure all the way around it. So I said this the other day, it's cannibalizing itself. It's using up its own energy, and as a result of that, it will weaken. So by the time you go in towards the weekend on Sunday, the low finally does start to drift in. So there'll be some patchy rain. It won't be widespread and heavy, not based on this map. It looks patchy with maybe an isolated heavy shower or heavy downpour, and the winds are fairly brisk coming out of the northeast. They'll be windy around the country. And then next week, well, the low weakens even further. It's got up to 1,007 hectopascals, but with this enormous blocking high out to the east, there's a big nor'east flow across the country and it might be a bit wet. It won't be the same areas that are getting the rain that have been getting it over the last couple of months. I mean, some of you in the west will get some downpours, but the bulk of the energy is coming in from the northeast. So areas like Coromandel Peninsula and probably Bay of Plenty and Gisborne, those areas, also Nelson, Marlborough, those northern areas of both islands, probably seeing the greatest risk for rain. So we'll update you again on Thursday with the very latest as we track the school holidays weather and what is going on for those of us who are working as we head in towards the weekends. Next update on Thursday.